This is Rockin' with Jam Man. It's with Chris from Trauma. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Just where I live, pretty cold and a lot of snow, but I'm doing good.
How's life treating you?
At the moment, good. Yep, no complaints.
So, for those who are watching and not familiar with you, can you tell us all about yourself?
Well, let's see. I play drums. I played drums for a very long time. I play in a band called Trauma, and we've put several albums out over the years. And we have a tour coming up in March with Queensryche, and we're really looking forward to getting out and playing. And hopefully, we'll see a lot of people there.
So, you're the only original member then, right?
Yeah, at this time, yeah, yep. Mm-hmm.
What kept you with the band for so long?
Uh, well, the band was we put a record out back in the early '80s, and then after that, the band kind of went on a hiatus for a very long period of time, and we resurrected it in 2013 with an album that got reissued, and so I kind of been in it since then. I do other things as well, but to answer your question, that's a good question. I pretty much just like the music. Like the music that we play. So it's kept me interested.
So, tell me what the conversation was like when Cliff Burton wanted to leave the band.
You know something? I wasn't in the band when Cliff was in it.
Oh,
I joined after.
wonder what he would think of Metallica now.
That's a good question. Well, they've been pretty successful still to this day, so I'm sure he would be very happy.
Did you meet James and Lars at that show at the Whiskey when they heard Cliff?
No, I was not in that band then, but I did meet those guys over the years. Um, they would, come to gigs that we would play in the Bay Area many years ago. And, they're really cool guys. And Cliff would come to our shows too, and he would hang out with us and stuff and tell us stuff about Metallica, how it was going, and all that kind of stuff. He was a really cool guy.
I'm sorry to hear that Donnie passed away during the lockdown. That had to been hard to hear.
Oh, it was horrible. You know, we almost didn't even, we were thinking about not even doing it anymore. But Donnie wanted us to continue on, so we did. But I knew Donnie for many, many years, and I miss him a lot. You know,
How hard was it finding a singer during quarantine?
well, we were just getting ready to record, and then the tragedy with Donnie happened, and the producer we were working with knew of Brian Allen and said, I may have a guy that might fit. So we tried him out, and lucky for us and lucky for him that it all worked. So actually, it was a miracle that that happened because we could have been looking for someone for a really long time. We may have not even found somebody by now, but luckily it all worked out.
So your new album is Awakening, right?
Uh huh.
What was the writing process like for you during the new lineup?
Um, we would just kind of throw ideas. It was during COVID, so we would just swap a lot of music files to each other. Like I got this idea, I have this idea, and we just kind of compiled ideas, and before you knew it, we had the tracks to go record.
Why did you guys only do four albums in almost 40 years?
Well, like I said, we were defunct for about 30 years. We went from 1985 all the way up to 2013, so we didn't do anything with Trauma during those years. And as soon as we resurrected the band in 2013 is when we recorded Rapture and Wrath. as the world dies, and then this new one. So that's kind of what happened. And we're starting to work on new songs for another album right now.
So, have you been rocking out since the 80s? How has that trash scene changed since then? How's the trash scene changed since then?
Oh, the thrash scene. Well, this is way before your time. There was a huge scene that used to, in the 80s, there was a huge music scene where there was this bands playing like 7 nights a week, and it slowly but surely turned into what it is now. I mean, there's little pockets of places to play at and stuff like that, but it's nothing compared to that. So that's changed. The music business has changed. A lot of things have changed, but what we just try to do is have fun, enjoy doing what we're doing and have fun playing live.
What is it like seeing some of your day one fans too old to mosh now?
I don't know if that's really a problem because we just played the Alcatraz Festival over in Belgium in August, and there's a mixture of different people that go to those things, and I would say most people really get into it. You know, I don't know about the mosh pits. I guess it depends, like how many beers you may have drank or something like that. But so far, so good.
Now being in the thrash community, what do you think when Mustaine threw out Elfson out of Megadeth?
Say that again.
Now being in the thrash community, what did you think when Mustaine threw Elfson out of the Megadeth?
I really don't know too much about that. Um, there had to be a good reason why he fired him. Um, I don't know. He's like the leader of the band, but who knows? Maybe down the road, maybe they'll work their differences out and he'll be in it again. Who knows?
So, do you have a big tour plan with Queensryche?
Yeah. It's coming up. The first date is in Florida, March 3rd.
Kind of a weird bill. You guys are super hard and they aren't not even close to thrash.
Yeah, I agree. Um, yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes. I've always liked Queensryche. They play kind of like a progressive metal type style where we're a pretty much straightforward Bay Area thrash band. And then they got Marty Friedman on it as well. That's instrumental. So it's almost like three complete different genres of music that'll be on this. So it'll be interesting.
What is it like touring after the pandemic?
Oh God, just to be able to have the opportunity to go play is we're all excited about it and we're really happy to do it and happy to be doing it with these bands.
I've been to a few shows and fans seem more into the shows after not being able to rock out for years.
Say that what question again, bud?
I've been to a few shows and fans seem
Oh,
more into shows after not being able to rock out for years.
huh. I don't know. People seem to still be rocking out pretty good.
What is life like for on the road for you? What is life like on the road for you?
Mm, well, if you like traveling, you go and like see different places all the time. Um, it's fun. It can get a little tedious sometimes, because you're traveling around with a bunch of guys. Um, it's not the easiest thing to do in the world. Um, but if you want to go play for people and fans and stuff, there's really no way around it. And when you see fans digging what you're doing and they're into it and everything, it makes it all worthwhile.
What's the best venue you've ever played?
Oh man, that's a good question. Mm, I'd say at the moment I would have to say the Alcatraz festival. We played over in Belgium. That was really cool.
And what's the worst?
We did a gig once at down in LA at a I think it was a Moose Lodge. It's like a lodge where they have like members that join this Moose Lodge. They do whatever there. Uh, but I'd have to say that was probably the worst venue that we ever played at by far.
What's on your rider?
We don't really ask for a whole lot. Just like the old days, it was we'd ask for a lot of different alcohol and stuff like that. We don't do that anymore. It's pretty much just low key. It's just like water, maybe some soda, maybe a little bit of beer, food, lunch meat, vegetables, kind of boring stuff, to be honest. Nothing special.
Do you have a ritual before you go on stage?
Um, no, at this time we really don't. I mean, we just kind of all, uh, hey, let's have fun, let's entertain, and let's just have a good time.
Ever have a crazy interaction with a fan?
Let me think about that. I'd have to say probably not. I've never really had anything so weird where I was would think it was like a bad situation or anything like that. People seem to always be positive at gigs and stuff like that, and they're in a good mood that they're out and having fun. So no, I haven't really had one.
What do you do on your downtime for fun?
Um, let's see. I like to go biking. I go hiking. Um, I hang out with my dogs. I hang out with my family. I go boating. Work on cars. I also work on houses. Um, basically, I like to go bowling. Just pretty normal stuff, really.
What's next for you?
As far as what?
Just what's next for you in general, like for your
Well, I
music?
got to start practicing for this tour. I'm trying to just concentrate on making sure we're all ready to go do this tour and everything like that. So I would have to say that's pretty much next for me.
How do my followers follow you?
We have our website, www.traumametal.com, and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, Spotify, all that type of stuff, YouTube. Um, if you go online and type in, the problem is with the band Trauma, that name is associated with the medical field for trauma. So usually I tell people if you go online to try to find the band, type in Trauma Metal Band, and it usually goes right to us.
Do you guys have any cool merch?
Yeah, we have a merch site. We got a bunch of T-shirt designs, um, all kinds of different stuff.
Well,
Yep.
you're gonna have to hook your boy up with some fresh gear.
That's not a problem. Are you going to come see us in Buffalo?
Yeah, gladly.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, man, I'll give you some stuff then.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
What's your favorite memory from playing a show?
Hmm. My favorite memories. Basically, it's just like this when you're a musician, if you've been doing it as long as I have, I would say just the feeling of knowing that, people liked what you did, and just the interaction with fans, and maybe talking to people, and people are like, really receptive. um like oh, I had to drive a lot of miles to come see you guys. I'm glad I did, and just a general honest feeling I get, we get from people. I mean, the metal fans and metal community are really cool people, and there's kind of like a helpfulness kind of feeling with everybody in terms of what I mean by that. Everybody's kind of willing to help each other out, which I think is really cool.
What is your worst memory from playing the show?
Oh man, probably playing at a venue where the guy that's supposed to pay us at the end is nowhere to be found. And I got to resort to other tactics to try to get paid. That doesn't happen very often. And these days, it doesn't happen at all. But in the old days, that probably would be the worst thing.
Fun question time. You're on death row and it's time for your final meal. What's on the menu?
I really like Mexican food, so I'd have to say like tacos and maybe a burrito or
fajita,
something like that. I would say, nothing too special.
If you could have,
that's a funny question, though. I gotta say,
how are you going out? How are you dying? Which way are you going?
Oh, which way I'm going?
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's like in my sleep. I hope it's not some kind of lengthy thing, I don't really think about that a whole lot, but I hope it's quick.
If you could have any superpower, what would you choose?
Oh, someone just asked me that question.
Seriously?
Yeah, another interviewer asked me that question. I'm trying to remember what the answer was.
Copycat.
If I could have a superpower, what it would be? Let me think. I'd like to be able to see into the future.
Okay, that's a cool ability.
That way, I can warn people of what's coming.
Let's say you could choose any song ever written by any band and you can change that song where you were the one who wrote it and it was your song. What song would it be and why?
Let's see. Okay, so if I had to pick a song and I could change it any which way I want, is that what you said?
Yes. And it could be your song.
Hmm. I don't know. Most of the songs that I like from past bands, or the reason why I like them is because I thought they were written really well. So that's kind of a hard question to answer. God, I can't really think of the answer for that one.
Well, thank you for being on my show. The next time we talk about backstage at one of your shows, man, it's been a pleasure speaking with you, and you have a nice night.
Oh, you do. You as well. Thank you for your time.
No, man, it was my pleasure.
I look forward to seeing you in Buffalo.
Yeah, man, I would love to see it. Love to see it.
Okay, sounds good.
Peace out, man.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Peace. Bye.